Title: I arrived at my wife's law firm party and said my name. The staff looked confused. Your name is not here? Start: I walked into the lobby with the kind of smile you wear when you know you don't belong but want to see who notices. Name? The receptionist asked. I told her. She scanned the list, frowned, and looked up. I'm sorry, sir, you're not on here. Not on here. Not her husband, not her partner, not even a guest worth acknowledging. I spotted her across the hall, standing in a circle of suits and laughter, champagne in hand, her voice sharp, confident, the way it always was when she was on stage. I approached, calm, controlled. Your staff says my name isn't on the list. She barely turned, just rolled her eyes. Did you really think you'd be invited? A pause, deliberate. She wanted them all to hear it. I smiled back, small, measured. I understand perfectly. And I walked out. That was the moment the story shifted. For 12 years, I had been her shadow, the steady hand, the sounding board, the one who proofread her cases at 2 a.m., who remembered which still water and which preferred sparkling. I believed in her when she was still a junior associate working out of a borrowed cubicle. I carried her victories like they were mine, because in truth, they were ours, or so I thought. But people change when they rise. They shed their skin, their past, and, if it benefits them, their spouses. I first noticed it in the way she stopped introducing me as my husband, and instead as, Mark, just Mark. Then came the late nights that never added up. The perfume on her blazer that wasn't hers, the credit card bills with hotel charges I never saw in person. Denial is a funny thing. You convince yourself loyalty still exists while evidence burns under your nose. But betrayal? Betrayal teaches you clarity. The truth arrived not with a bang, but with a whisper, an email left open, a line, he'll never know. He's too dull to notice. She wasn't even careful. That was the insult. I dug. Phone records, bank statements, a hidden account in her name. She had been siphoning money, our money, into an investment portfolio labeled only with her initials, preparing her exit. I realized then she wasn't just unfaithful, she was erasing me. I didn't rage, I didn't confront. I watched, I collected. I hired a forensic accountant, discreetly. Every hidden transaction mapped, every lie documented. Her affair? With a senior partner, of course, the man who held her promotions in his pen. I met with a divorce lawyer. We crafted a strategy so airtight it could suffocate. Then I made copies, documents, photos, receipts, and I waited. Patience, I learned, is the sharpest blade. The night of the party wasn't an accident. It was the stage. She thought she was celebrating her promotion to partner. In truth, she was stepping onto the gallows. When I left the firm, I didn't go home. I went to a quiet bar 2 blocks away, phone in hand, watching the clock. At 8:15, precisely when speeches began, I pressed send. The file hit every inbox in the firm. Partners, associates, assistants, interns. Subject line, for your review. Inside, her affairs spelled out in photos and messages, her financial betrayals documented, her misuse of company funds traced. Every secret I had gathered laid bare in black and white. And then her phone began to ring. One call, then another, then dozens. I imagined the buzz vibrating against the glass of her champagne, the smile faltering, the whispers beginning. I wasn't there to watch. That was the beauty of it. I didn't need to be. Later, I heard how it unfolded, how the senior partner's wife stormed into the hall mid-speech, waving the emails I had sent, how the board demanded explanations, their faces pale under the chandeliers, how she tried to laugh it off, then scream, then beg. Dignity drains quickly when the truth is undeniable. By morning, she was suspended. By week's end, terminated. The affair ended in scandal, the promotion revoked. Her reputation, her empire, burned in a single night. And me? I filed for divorce with full custody of the assets she thought she had hidden. The court sided with me. She had no defense, I had left none. People ask if I regret it, if I miss her, if revenge was worth it. Here's my answer. Regret belongs to the betrayed who do nothing. I am not that man. I gave her everything once: loyalty, trust, love. She answered with betrayal, mockery, and erasure. So I returned the gesture, precisely, surgically, without raising my voice. When I walked out of that party, she thought she had won. But she never understood the simplest truth. I wasn't leaving defeated. I was leaving with the matchbook, and the fire was already lit.